I went to surprise my boyfriend, but someone else opened the door. I still remember that night like it's burned into my brain, and I honestly wish I could forget it. So my boyfriend had recently moved to another city for work, and things were getting distant. But we were still trying to make it work. He kept saying he was busy all the time, barely calling, barely texting, and something just didn't feel right. But I kept ignoring it because I trusted him. Then one day, I decided to surprise him. I didn't tell him anything. I just booked a ticket, packed a small bag, and showed up at his apartment late at night, thinking he'd be happy to see me. When I reached there, the lights were on, and my heart started racing, but in a good way. Like I was excited. I knocked on the door, already smiling and imagining his reaction. But when the door opened, it wasn't him. It was a girl. For a second, my brain just froze, like it refused to process what I was seeing. She looked just as confused as I was and asked me who I was, and I said, "I'm his girlfriend." And the silence after that felt so heavy, I could literally hear my own heartbeat. Then she looked at me and said, "No, I'm his girlfriend." And I swear, in that moment, something inside me just broke. But I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stood there completely numb while everything inside me was collapsing. Then he walked out from inside, and the look on his face said everything. He tried to explain, said it wasn't what it looked like, said he was going to tell me. But honestly, there's nothing to explain when two girls are standing at your door, both thinking they're the only one. But then something unexpected happened. That girl looked at me, and instead of fighting me, she grabbed my hand and said, "Let's both leave," so we did. We walked out together. Two strangers connected by the same lie. Later, we sat at a small cafe and talked for hours, and found out he had been lying to both of us for months, saying the exact same things. And weirdly, that night, I didn't just lose a boyfriend. I gained a friend, and even now, sometimes we still talk and laugh about how we both almost believed the same lie forever. But yeah, that was the night I realized sometimes the person you think will break you actually leads you to someone who helps you heal.